Okay? So, we have finished that subtopic and we'll move on to the end of the Mexican War. The end of the Mexican War. It's 1848. The Americans have the upper region of present-day California. They have New Mexico. They have basically this whole area of the Southwest under their control, and there are American troops occupying where? Mexico City. So things aren't looking real good for the people south of the border. So again, by 1848, the Americans have the upper region of present-day California. They've got New Mexico and basically the entire southwest part of what we know as the United States today. General Taylor's troops have been stationed in northern Mexico protecting those borders, while General Scott's troops occupied Mexico City. So the Mexicans were hopefully defeated, and they had to end the war on American terms. And these terms that were agreed upon between the two sides in 1848 was known as the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. So this treaty that ends the Mexican War in 1848 on American terms will be known as the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Now, we treated Mexico pretty well in this treaty. We didn't have to. And I just think you should know this. So here's what Mexico gave up as a result of their defeat in the Mexican War. This is what they gave up to America. I say they gave up Texas, but that was already a state. But what do I mean when I say they gave up Texas? Their thoughts of ever recovering Texas, right, was over. So they gave up Texas. They gave up New Mexico. They gave up the Southwest in this area here. All of that became American property, and that was 40% of all the lands that Mexico owned at the time. So Americans gained 40% of all lands Mexico had at the time by taking basically the southwest part of the United States as we know it today. Now, we were kind because we didn't just take it. We gave Mexico two things in return for that. $15 million for one. And Mexico owed us a debt that we had loaned them in years prior of $3 million, and the United States forgave that loan. So we gave them $15 million and forgave a $3 million loan that that country owed the United States from a past situation. When we gained this land as a result of the Mexican War, the term manifest destiny for the United States had come true. What is manifest destiny? Expanding westward. Think about it. The southwestern boundary of the United States reached all the way from Florida clear to California. We had the boundary all the way across the United States in the southern part. In 1853, we gave Mexico another $10 million, which became known as the Gadsden Purchase. $10 million. And what became the Gadsden Purchase? Well, there was some land south of the Gila River that still belonged to Mexico. And we were trying to put what across the entire southern part of Mexico, or southern part of the United States at the time? What? What? we wanted to build a transcontinental railroad, but we didn't own this land south of the Gila River on the border. And we needed that. And the U.S. minister to Mexico, a guy by the name of James Gadsden of South Carolina, negotiated the purchase of that land for $10 million so that we could build our transcontinental railroad completely across the United States of America. And because he negotiated it, it became known as the Gadsden Purchase. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, I think what we're going to do, if it's okay with you, is we're going to start the movie The Alamo today. And we will watch this movie for a couple days, and then we'll move on to the next subtopic of a surge of migration to California and Utah. He was the U.S. minister to Mexico, and he negotiated that purchase of that land south of the Gila River for $10 million so we could build that transcontinental railroad.